Peace, light, and love. How are you? How is everybody? All is well. All is well. All is well. So I'm here to do a read today. I'm going to use an oracle deck and do a read, and just to be present with everyone. Alrighty. Voila. Let's see what we have going on. Going on. Take it as it resonates, be for the next 72 hours, Let's go with that. Kind of feel that vibe. What's going on in the present right now, 72 hours of this read. So let's see here. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope life is good, gracious, and genuine. Let's see what we got here. Okay. I'm doing this way. Okay. So, what I'm getting here. Peace to all my black men in society. What's up, my brothers? So a lot of us come from a place called Atlantis. Atlantis is like I don't want to say forgotten society, but it's a society that existed in time, in which the level of consciousness was very different. These were very enlightened people, and many Atlanteans have reincarnated in 2025. Here present, with similar missions to raise the vibration, to lead the way, to be light workers, to be truth bearers, to be healers, to be educators, to be, to help save people. We have Judgment Day for your enemies. So right now is literally quite a time where our enemies are their asses are cashing the checks that their mouths wrote. And a lot of them, trust me, don't have the balance, because what being taken out of their account is 10 times what they tried to take out of ours. That's the truth of what's going on right now. So right now, they are having to cough up. Their asses are having to pay way more than what even happened to us. That's the karma, the justice for our enemies who have sought to harm us, who have violated us, who have, targeted us unjustly. Third eye is awakening. Third eye, this is your sixth chakra. We've got different chakra levels. So this is a card really indicating this is a time where we are seeing beyond the veil. Many of us, we're seeing ourselves in other places in different ways. Now places don't seem the same to us. Things don't feel the same. We feel different in spaces. Those spaces feel different to us because we are different in those spaces at this time. And a lot of us have what we've been actually asking and calling in for shifts in our awareness. Of course, many of us, we know we want to be ready for the shift. We don't want to encounter things that are going to, because you'd be like, God, I want the blessing, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes them blessings come with lessons. And you got to go through shit in order to level up, in order to get what you ask for. So, and that's not the way the world necessarily has to work, right? We came here to be abundant. We came to planet Earth to live our best life. Many of us are reincarnated for that. Now, I don't want to say the wrong thing, because many people did reincarnate in their lifetimes for certain lessons where they would not live their best life. Maybe they lived their best life kind of sort of as a king who was very not so good, and then had lots of karmic debt to have to pay in their lifetimes. Now, don't get me going and saying things about what I should, study much, much, much more about. I just have a certain, I like to just listen to the topics and learn about the topics. So I kind of just have thoughts when and I have had many lifetimes of my own. So I do believe that comes through a lot of times in my experience in this life. Third eye is awakening. So a lot of times people may be feeling the symptoms. Like, I'm actually feeling my third eye really kind of pulsate right now. Are you? Maybe I'm not the only one. The third eye, it's clairvoyance, psychic seeing, clairaudience, psychic hearing. So maybe, you can hear the truth from what people are really saying when they're saying it to you. Like, somebody say something to you and you can just hear, like, in their voice what they really mean by what they're saying. It's called clairaudience, or maybe music will have like these really deep messages for you, or certain things you hear will have deep spiritual messages. Like, you may hear something and it really resonate with your spirit. Clairaudience, clairvoyance, you can actually see energies. You might see colors of energies around people or things. You might see something move in the environment where other people wouldn't see. It's, you're seeing the energy of things. May look into somebody's eyes and see a whole lot about that person. Psychic seeing. So psychic seeing is clairvoyance. Your other clairsentience is your psychic feeling. Claircognizance, when you just know stuff. And you kind of you just be knowing things. That's why all your exes couldn't get away with shit type stuff. Whew. On top of the card. Hold on. Because I promise you, there's some people out here who have fucked with me and did some real fucked up shit in regard to me. They're really regretting that shit right about now. Highly ranked in the spiritual world. Highly ranked in the spiritual world. So this is really saying, our unfuckwittableness is what came through my spirit. Our unfuckwittableness. So what does that mean? It's a ranking, divine authority, the protection, the love of God. What God has said for us to be ours is ours, no question about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. What God has said is ours, is ours. What God is doing for us, God is doing for us. No enemy will stop God from doing what God intends to do for us. No hater is going to stop what God is doing for us. God gonna stop because a hater is hating? How absurd. How absurd. Oh shit. And I'm gonna call this back of the deck Time to Shine. Again, I'm using Maji Got the T's, the Chosen Ones 144 Oracle deck. Check Maji out at www.majist.com. So MAJIST.com. Time to shine, baby. And I believe it. I feel it. I accept it. I receive it. This is your time to shine. You may be confusing, or you may feel like you got it all figured out. Whoever you are and however you got it wrapped, baby. It's time to shine. Receive your message. Receive your victory. For those of us who this is our message, I receive that it is my time to shine, and all blockages are being removed from my time to shine. All enemies are being eradicated. All enemies cannot, for we have God, and God is energy. I was skipping the car. You see how I skipped the car and that joint just said, wait a minute. I was getting ready to close out, yo. And I skipped this one that was out here on this right here. I had it laid out. It said, wait a minute, bro. I already said third eye is awakening. Judgment day for our enemies. Atlantis, highly ranked in the spiritual world. And the other one, the only other one is goddess energy. Take it how it resonates. Everybody embodies masculine and feminine energy. This is, this is you being a god, a goddess. Word up, straight up, real talk. And what does that mean for us? That means a lot for us. It means we got a lot to learn. We got a lot to be. We got a lot to do. Time to shine, so let's get to it. I am your man, J-Pharaoh. You all be blessed. Peace, light, and love. And until next time, make them say, Peace.